Morning, folks. Happy Monday. Jer here on the 28th of November with your Leeds news. In today's video, and what we're going to go through are some details on the players returning to training today, some updates on Junior Firpo, and Jesse Marsh has been speaking about the players' issues at Leeds, some incoming news and rumours around Rapheal, Guerreiro and Christian Pulisic. My other screen has started talking to me. Outgoing Jack Harrison rumoured to be leaving. Update on the Leeds ladies weekend. As well as some small bits and pieces as well. So we'll start off with just jumping into the chat. We're going to go live again for this week, just the World Cup being on. It's just easier for everybody. So we'll crack on. And if you're new to the channel, we do daily Leeds news and content. We do pre-match reviews, previews and reviews after the game as well. So if you're into that kind of thing and you want it in a short, concise kind of way, that's what we do here. And also, if you like the channel and you want to support the channel, you can help us out by liking and sharing and subscribing specifically. We're so close. We're that close to the 4,000 mark. So only 104, I think, off it. So very, very close. So any subscriptions would definitely help. And we'll crack on. We'll get into this. We'll start off with the chat and just see who is floating around. Nipper is saying goodbye to Tenerife. I hope you had a great time, mate. I really, really do. We've got Inky. Good afternoon as well to you. Rich Sullivan, afternoon. I hope you're well. I am. Getting Leeds withdrawal symptoms now. Yeah, starting to get to that point. Acom Tony, A up Tony. Krautland, where's Krautland? Tell me where Krautland is, or am I missing something here? Stephen Temple, good evening, Jer from Greenlawn, Australia. Also, if you're watching this on demand or live, let me know where you're from. I'm dying to see where everybody's from. Acom is there. Gary Paul, getting used to seeing live on a Monday. Yeah, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Afternoon, Jer. Can't see either of these transfers happening. Pulisic will be big bucks after Champions League. Footy and Guerreiro seems happy to stay where he is for now. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Who else have we got? Jordan. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Big Stu, way up, mate. I had a really good weekend. Hope you did too. Mike, afternoon from Serbia. Good afternoon, and hello to Tanya as well. Tanya, how you doing? Hope you're well. And we'll start off and just some updates on the players returning. So the players are back in Thorpe Arch today after their 2-week break. They had a week off, just have a holiday. They were given programs for their second week, so you would have seen the likes of Liam Cooper and players away doing hot weather training with a personal trainer. They've all gone over with them to help them in their second week of their break, just doing personal work, and they're back in Thorpe Arch today, and they start today with doing their testing, which they would have done in pre-season as well, to see where their levels are and get their programs for the rest of this week. There is rumor of a hot weather camp in Spain. Leeds have cancelled the move to the US and they're going to stay at home to help with other things, apparently. Maybe it's transfers, maybe it's just fixing the issues that we have. And they do have that game lined up with Socha, but there are rumors of some behind closed door games in Spain as well. Moving on to Junior Firpo, and Jesse Marsh has been talking over the weekend about Firpo. One of the benefits we get from Jesse Marsh doing an article with The Athletic is we get some insight into the squad, and it's great to see this kind of stuff as well. And he said that, speaking about criticisms that Firpo has received, he said he is aware and has heard of past criticisms of Junior. He said that he can only tell you what he's seen since he has been there, and in every way, Junior has tried to adapt and learn and grow to be a player that Jesse Marsh knows that he can be. He says technical ability and passing ability, he is one of the standout players in the group, and he believes that he can be a big player for Leeds and has no doubt in that. Question mark around that would be his positioning is his problem. Not his passing, not his crossing. His crossing is excellent. His pace is good. We all know that. It's his positioning that gets him in trouble more often than not. So that's a problem with that. But then moving into the first transfer story, and it kind of goes against that, is this is according to Team Talk as well. So that's the source, Rapheal Guerreiro. So Leeds see Rapheal Guerreiro as an ideal fit. Somebody, a source from within Leeds, has told Team Talk that they see Guerreiro as an ideal fit for Leeds. The left back is out of contract at the end of this season with Dortmund and could move for a free transfer. The interesting here is Leeds would have to go and move from now if they want them. Manchester United and Newcastle apparently are also floating around Guerreiro, as well as a few others. I think it's unusual that Manchester United would go for him, considering who they've got. But it is said that Leeds would be willing to wait until the end of the season in order to get Guerreiro on a free transfer. Guerreiro has said himself that he is in no rush to leave Dortmund, but they have failed to agree any kind of an extension to his current deal that could happen after the World Cup as well. So that would be an interesting one. My personal choice of players that I would like to see Leeds bring in there for the left back position, if I'm being honest. Akum Tony, how much Tyler Adams worth now? Oh, it's got to be over 30, hasn't it? That's heading towards 40. Talk about Champions League football now. Champions League clubs interested in him. Clive, hello from China. Wow. Loving the World Cup. Nervous for Wales game. Yeah. Yeah, it would be as well. They need a big game. Jim Housen, hi everyone. Hope you're all well. Hope Leeds find some gems from this World Cup. Well, they were looking at Dia again over the weekend. Radzani was pictured at one of the games. Up, I am well. Hope you're well. Tom John Johansson, good afternoon from Exmarca in Norway. Wow. Hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Gats, how do you think Adams will leave? I don't think he'll leave this season, but there's a lot of clubs now circling, keeping a good long eye on him. Hi from Annapolis, Maryland. Jared Lovejohn. Oh, thanks, Maria. I love that. Great comment. Maryland. Paul Elston, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I am. Hi from County Armagh, up the road from me. On up the road. Mike Cawley. All right, Jared. Up all up. Mayo for Sam. Paul Lucas, first time live, love the format, bash, bish, bosh, yep. And we got to get to it, actually. Got to flash you this comment real quick and we'll get cracking on again. Liam, how you doing? Jim House and Dortmund were trying to sell Guerreiro in the summer. Yeah, they were, but there's no possibility they could hang on to him. It's not clear. It's really not clear. Garford, Paul, nice. And Guerreiro is injury prone. Has had a few injuries. Yes, he has. We'll move on to contract talks and income. We got one more news story before we get to the main story, which is Pulisic. Well, two more really. Mateo Jospeh, according to the Sun and Alan Nixon, Leeds are looking at offering the under-20 player a extension. His current deal expires in 2025, and Leeds are looking at adding an extra year to that contract to 2026 and increasing his salary to $1 million a year, including bonuses. That works out roughly about $19,000 per week. Not bad if you can get it. Good business if you can get it. He's really impressed this year with under 21, under 20s. It'll be interesting to see, can he do it again in Premier League 1 next year when they get promoted, which looks like they will get promoted to continue to go the way that they're going. So, but yeah, has looked good so far and has looked busy when he's come on. What I do like about Jospeh, when he has played for the first team, he's busy. He's ran around, he's tracked back, he's done all the hard, donkey work that other players have been criticised for not doing. On outgoings, Football Insider, Alan Hutton, former Aston Villa and Rangers fullback, speaking for Football Insider today, has said that Jack Harrison will be thinking about a move to Newcastle given the current situations. Also, according to Graham Bailey on Team Talk, the Magpies were big fans, as we know, of him during the summer and would have loved to have signed the 26-year-old, but were unwilling to meet Leeds' £36 million price tag for the player at the time. It is now said that Newcastle will be still interested in looking at him, but is Jackie still worth $36 million after the second half of the season's had? I don't know. Bradford and Nebworth. Ashton Nebworth's famous for Oasis gig. I am a big Oasis fan here. People from Leeds. Are we all Leeds fans around the world? Oh, Leeds fans, mate. Leeds fans first. Always Leeds fans. Australia. Good morning, Australia. First every day I see Rad sitting in the left side defense. Hope he finds a left back in January. I think we definitely need to get one. Adrian Whitaker, hi, great channel from Costa Blanca. Wow, good morning. Or both. Why not? Seacraft. Oh, sorry, I skipped there. Sudi Pulisic, good purchase. Yeah, he will be. He's going to cost us a bit, though. Nipper, I feel gutted, Jer, but can't complain. It's been good. I'm delighted you've had a good time, mate. It's good to get a good holiday and a breakaway. Joe, Serbia and Cameroon game. What a game. Fantastic game. There's been some cracking games of Germany, Spain last night. Fantastic game football as well. Elaine Moore, afternoon, Jer. I'm near Bradford now, near Webford. Love your channel. Oh, well, I'm delighted to have you here, Elaine. And then we've got two more stories just to wrap it up. That's moving on to the Leeds ladies and their really, really good season continues with advancing to the next round of the FA Cup. Rick Passmore be very, very happy with them. A 7-2 win over Redcar. Goals from Sarah Danby, Amy Woodruff got 2, Catherine Smith also scored, Macy Ellis got 2, and Emily Sykes got 1 as well. I've been telling people all year, go and check out the highlights. They're available on the Leeds channel right now. Go and have a look at them. There's some cracking goals in their games. They're putting some great performances together this season as well. And good afternoon from Indiana, Jeff. How are you doing? So yeah, go check them out. They're having a really good season. Rick Passmore will be really, really happy with how the women's team are doing this year. That development that's going in there, more money is needed to keep developing it, but it's going to get better and get stronger. And it's fantastic to see it. And then moving on to our last story of today, and the main one before we wrap up and get out of here today, Christian Pulisic. So according to, this comes from 2 different sources, MOT Leeds are reporting it and Daily Mail are the original source for this. So basically, Pulisic, Leeds will have to stump up cash to get Pulisic in January. There was rumor in the summer that Leeds and Pulisic were looking at trying to organize a loan move so Pulisic could get minutes before the World Cup. It's now said that Pulisic and Chelsea are not interested in a loan move, but a permanent move could be on the cards and could be sanctioned by Chelsea should the fee be agreed. Now, Leeds are big admirers of him, but so are Newcastle and so are Manchester United. Those two, again, are also said to be keeping an eye on him as well. He did cost Chelsea 60 million, but in order to kind of gauge where he is now, I've gone on to transfermarket.com and had a look at the kind of track players' current value based on form and everything else. And according to transfermarket.com, Christian Pulisic's current fee is in around 38 million euros. That's probably around 32 million pound, 30 million pound ballpark, which would be within Leeds' price range. His peak fee on transfermarket.com was 16 million back in 2020, but he's not anywhere near that at the moment. Hasn't been getting the games, but having a decent World Cup, it's got to be said. The next couple of weeks will be important. If USA go out now, that will affect his price. It might come down. If it doesn't show up in that game, if they qualify for the quarterfinal, the next round, then the quarterfinals, that will increase his price tag as well. So, interesting to see, but a player that Leeds are big admirers of, and a player that would do an awful lot for Leeds. I think he would suit Leeds' style of play very much. We know Tyler Adams is friends with him. We know Brendan Aronson. We've seen a picture from the game against Chelsea earlier this year, and we know that Jesse Marsh has commented a couple of times on wanting to coach the player. And Jesse seems to be getting his players in on the Leeds on the roster. He seems to be getting players that he wants to come in. So Harrison could go out for 30 million. Pulisic in for 40 or 50 million. 20 million swing there. Be interesting to see. Before we wrap up, just to fly through the chat real quick again. Chris is in leash. We're on the bottom here. Any news on our left back? Just Guerreiro. So far, there was there was news this morning on Parisi and Empoli that he could be going somewhere else, but Leeds are still keeping an eye on Parisi and still think that they have a good chance of signing him. In the end, we talked about Jeff. Hi from Bangkok, Pan and Bangkok. Enjoy your content, Pan. I'm delighted to have you here. Thank you very much. Sully, windy and chilly one here in Alicante. Well, you can't complain about the weather in Alicante. Clearly, you can. You're allowed to today. I think Adams impressed and Adams impressing and Pulisic's price. It would benefit Leeds if USA go out. Yes, it will. It will benefit Leeds if a lot of players go out. It would be really good to see. Just from a selfish perspective, get them working on things. And folks, that's pretty much it. Couple of last comments. Trevor, thanks, Jer, from Pretoria, South Africa. Oh, how you doing? And Ricky Raw, Pulisic to Leeds will be great. Fingers crossed, American boys can persuade him. I think that might have something to do with it. He's not had a great time at Chelsea. He's not really enjoyed it. It'd be great to get him over to Leeds. He'd make a big difference and add an awful more quality to our attacking. So it would be great to see it. And the last comment of the day, Pulisic doesn't have the heart to play for Leeds offense. Not a good fit. I don't necessarily agree with that. I can see why you're saying it, but I don't necessarily. I think he's shown that he was an aggressive and hungry player when he was in Germany. It hasn't worked for him in Chelsea. He's getting minuscule amounts of minutes, so it can be tough. It can be tough, but I think it'll be okay. And then very last comment from Dale: how big are Leeds over in Ireland? Not had a preseason over there in years. They used to come over here all the time, and they're probably third most supported team in Ireland. You've got Manchester United, Liverpool be top two. Then you have Leeds, maybe Man City, then in there. So we'll have to wait and see. And that's it, folks. Listen, massive thanks again to everyone for joining in and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. I really do. I genuinely do. I'm enjoying doing this and appreciate having everyone here. So have a great day. Have a fantastic week. If you don't catch you the rest of the week, I will be back tomorrow morning, same time, around 12:30 tomorrow for a live stream again for tomorrow's news. And I'll see you then.